Welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2024 Honda CR-V EXL in Steel Night Pearl with a black interior. 24s are starting to roll in. For 24, Honda did add a new trim, which I will go over once I get one. It's called a Sport L. Other than that, I haven't seen anything different from the 23 to 24. Drop a comment below if, besides the Sport L, if there's anything else that's been changed. I haven't seen it yet. But this video is about the EXL. So this model used to be one below the highest model, but since the Sport L came out, the Sport L pretty much is this. The Sport L is a hybrid EXL, in my opinion. For 23, if you wanted a hybrid, your only option was a Sport, which is like an EX CRV, or a Sport Touring, which is fully loaded. There was nothing in between, so they added the Sport L to kind of bridge that gap. And technically the EXL was the gap between the Sport Hybrid and then the Sport Touring. The CRV has been completely redesigned for 23, and it is continuing on for 24. You can see with the new headlights, all CRVs have LED high beam, low beam, turn signals with no fog lights. Fog lights is a thing of the past now. Honda is saying that these LED headlights are so bright now that you don't need fog lights, is what I'm hearing. But down below where the fog lights would be, you do have a curtain, like an air curtain in the bumper. This is the EXL, so you do have parking sensors on the lower portion. The lower portion is flat black, and that's pretty much it. You have a grille down here. Your main grille will be gloss black. Big H right there in the front that hides your radar symbol and Honda emblem. And the EXL gives you a little chrome piece on top of the gloss black grille. But other than that, the styling is not going to be as blacked out like the hybrid. Honda wanted the hybrid to be more sporty looking, so the EXL is a little bit more chill, but still premium, but still a little bit more chill. Come around to the side, you do have these silver wheels that a lot of people complain that they look too basic, but I think that what Honda was actually going with this trim level. They kind of wanted to not to be too much in your face. These are 18s, so they're 235, 60, 18 tires, 18-inch wheels. Right above the wheel, you have flat black on the arch. The CR-V always been based on the Civic chassis. They do kind of beef it up though, so it can hold more weight, hold more power. You do have the longer hood like the Civic, similar design up front as well too like the Civic, so you have the slimmer headlights, wider windshield, slimmer A-pillars, wider Honda sensing camera, different design on the windshield wipers as well, so the nozzle to spray the water is on the wiper itself and not on the hood or tuck under the hood. EXL will give you a moonroof as well. There's no panoramic roof on the CR-V for 2024. You probably will have to get an RDX to kind of get that. On the side profile here, you do have chrome going around all the windows. You have a body color side mirrors, flat black on the below the mirror, and integrated LED turn signal. And you can just see no roof rails. That's standard on the hybrids, but it's additional on this guy as Taking a look at the rear here, I actually had to turn it on because it is hot today and I'm not trying to cook out here. But the rear design has been completely redesigned as well. So you have the traditional signature taillights on the CR-V where they have it kind of going up the pillars there. Combination taillights, so LED brake lights, regular bulb turn signals with LED reverse lights. You do have a antenna up here that's a shark fin style, body colored. You have a window spoiler back here that's half body colored, half flat black. Third brake light is LED, exposed wiper, all-wheel drive sticker lets you know you have all-wheel drive. And then you have some chrome H right there in your face. It doesn't say EXL in the back. You do have CR-V in chrome, but you won't know the EXL unless you look at the wheels and see the parking sensors, because I believe the EX has the same wheels too. So not even the wheels is gonna help you out. If you see parking sensors with these wheels, then you know it's an EXL. But if you're just driving, it's probably gonna be hard to see it. On the lower portion of the bumper, flat black, that's pretty much it. It don't give you that sporty bumper like on the hybrids. This is the 1.5, so no exposed exhaust at all. But if you look underneath, you can see that you have dual exhaust. They're just not, there's no tips, I would say. They're not exposed and there's no tips. Just like the 23, you have the new Honda key. They've been using this thing on everything. This has driver 1 in the back because you have memory seats, 2-position memory seats. The second key will have number 2 on the back, so you can save your seat settings to a key. Your mirrors will save to a key, and some of your settings in the vehicle to a key as well. And on most of my 23 CR-V videos, I've been saying how EX and up actually Sporting Up has been coming in with blind spot and coming in without blind spot. So far, all the 24s I've seen, they've been coming in with blind spots. So I think Honda fixed the chip shortage issue that they had. Now for the EXL, you do have smart entry. So the car's already running, so I can't really show it to you, but you do have these 3 lines right here that will lock all the doors. And see, it's like, hey, the car's running. You also can put your hand in the handle, it will unlock the door for you too. And smart entry is only for the driver and passenger door. You don't have smart entry on the rear doors. That is something though that is on the RDX, and Honda just started using that on the Pilot too. So maybe we're gonna start getting that in the Honda pretty soon. So the Steel Night Pearl only comes with black interior on the EXL. So it's the only color combination you can get. Well, only interior color you can get. On the door, you have soft touch for the armrests. Some soft touch. Actually, yeah, it's soft touch up top. Not too soft. Not too soft, but you do have auto up down for the front windows, auto up down for the rear windows, power locks, power mirrors. You have memory seats, like I was telling you. So you have 2-position only on the driver door. I do like this aluminum look with the little bit of gloss black. And on the driver's seat, you do have power adjustment. So lumbar in and out, front and back for the back of the seat, forward and back for the whole seat, up and down, and then up and down just for this portion of the seat here. Passenger seat also power, front and back, and then just for your back, forward and back, no up and down. So the 4-way power on the passenger. On the steering wheel, it is leather wrapped and single stitched. You have some gloss black in this middle portion here, but it's not too skinny and it's not too thick. It's like the perfect size in my opinion. And you do have some controls here. So on the left side, you have your next track, previous, volume. You have a home button for the screen there, voice command, and a scroll wheel for the screen because it's half digital, half analog. So you can change information on this screen, and this screen stays a speedometer, stays a needle. So if you hit the home button here, you can see you have a menu there, and you do have range and fuel, speed and time. You do have audio, phone, navigation. If you use an Apple CarPlay, I believe it gives you actually turn-by-turn direction there, which is cool. Are you awake enough to drive? All-wheel drive torque. Who have the seatbelt on? Oil life. Safety support, so you can see some of your safety features. So you have road departure mitigation, blind spot on and off, low speed braking control all on and off, parking sensor on and off, collision mitigation braking on and off. You can have nothing, or you can have the brightness, gauge display, warning, and you start all over again. So real easy to use. Just kind of leave it wherever you want, and then the tachometer will be up top. It's pretty cool. On the right side, you have some of your Honda sensing features. So you can toggle your cruise control on and off. You have cancel, resume, set, turn this guy on for your lane keep assist. You have your adaptive cruise control, so you can adjust the distance from the cars in front of you. And on the right stalk here, you have off, intermediate, low, high for your front wipers, off, intermediate, on for the rear wiper. So you twist this for the rear wiper, so you can see it wiping back there. And then you pull the whole thing for this side. And this could get confusing if you never had a Honda before, but I just put you guys on, so you should be fine. And taking a look on the middle portion here, you have the touchscreen display. So this is a 9-inch touchscreen display that's on the EXL, the Sport L, and the Sport Touring. If you get an LX or EX, then it'll be the 7-inch, but that's also touchscreen. But this is bigger, and you have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto on this screen. So if you want the wireless, EXL and up. So you have a phone, you have FM, your radio, you have Bluetooth, you have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, that's wireless, or you can still plug it in. You have satellite radio, trip, USB, second page. You have AM, compass. You even look at the new menus they did on this bigger screen, which is pretty cool. Because if you get the LX or EX, these settings is going to be on this screen here. You won't do it on the screen itself. But you see how it says driver 1 up there, because you can save these settings to your driver 1 key, which is pretty cool. It's part of the memory seats I was telling you guys about. But yeah, they switch it all up. It looks way nicer now. Pretty cool. And then on the third page, you're just going to have your brightness that you can control. And down below are shortcuts. So if you hold an app and it's going to bring up a menu and show you how to use it, you can drag and drop any app down here and it'll stay down here at this bottom bar, which is cool. But you do have physical buttons here, so your home, back, volume, next, and previous key or seek key as well, which is cool. So at least you have some physical buttons here. Everything is not just on the screen. I'm putting reverse. No 360 camera on the 24s. CRVs don't have 360 cameras at all, but you do have a wide angle, normal, and top down. So this is Honda's multi-angle backup camera. And then you can turn the cross traffic on and off. So if you come out of a parking space or you're just backing up and there's a vehicle coming from behind you, from the left or from the right, it'll alert you, let you know where the car is coming from. And since this has the parking sensors, you can make it smaller, and then it'll put the sensor on the vehicle. It'll show you how close you are to something, and then you have brightness. You can adjust the brightness from the screen as well. Oh, and also, let me go back to reverse. You do have trajectory too. So if you turn the wheel, it'll turn this, and then you also have the guidelines on there as well. But the screen is pretty easy to use. Coming on down here to the climate control, you do have heated seats. Oh, didn't mean turn that off. You have heated seats, high, medium, low for the driver and passenger. No cooling seats on the CRV at all. Even Sport Touring don't have it. But you do have dual zone climate control. You have auto climate control. Fan speed is in the middle. If you turn the sync off, then you control, pretty much you can have separate climate controls. The dual zone, like I was telling you about. So if you turn it on, then you control both sides. Then you have your modes, front defrost, heated side mirrors, heated back glass, AC on and off. And then down here for your connections, you do have a USB A, you have a USB C, and you have a power outlet as well. Wireless phone charger, and you have this grippy mat so your phone can be more grip. But even the wireless phone charger have like these little walls that's made to hold your phone. And then the shift knob is leather wrapped. You do have park, reverse, neutral, drive. You can put the transmission into a sport mode, or you can put the transmission into a low mode, and you do have multiple different drive modes too. So when you toggle that guy, I'm gonna zoom in there. You have normal, econ, and snow. So you have different drive modes you can toggle with this guy. Right below that, you have the auto stop feature. You have the downhill cruise control. You have electronic parking brake and brake hold. And brake hold is pretty cool because while you're in drive, you can put your seatbelt got to be on though. You can take your foot off the brakes while you're in drive, and the CRV will hold the brake and you won't move. So if you have an ATM or I don't know drive-through, you're in traffic, you don't have to keep holding the brake for 10 minutes or keep going from drive to park. You just turn that guy on there. Now coming up here to the rear view mirror, there's some differences from the 22 to the 23 and 24. HomeLink is no longer standard. You have to add HomeLink as an accessory. You do have the auto dimming rear view mirror, but you just don't have no HomeLink. But you do have your moonroof control here because, like I said earlier, you do have a power moonroof, just no panoramic. And then you do have LED lighting throughout the whole cabin, which is pretty cool. And you come to the vanity mirror here, you do have a vanity mirror. No LED lighting, but at least you get lighting and a mirror. So you can see how wide the rear door opens. Thank God some cloud came in. Get rid of some of that sun. It's crazy today. But you do have gloss black on the rear doors. It pretty much follows the driver door up front. And you have a tweeter in the door, speaker down here as well. And this portion here is soft. Not as soft as the front door, but still soft and as hard touch on the upper door here. And coming around here to the ear vents, I just discovered something new. So for 23, the CRVs on the EXLs did not have USB-Cs. You had to add it as an accessory. USB-C now, well, just any plug-in, USB-A or USB-C, now you have charging ports in the rear on the EXL, which is cool because on the 23, it was standard on the hybrids, and that was it. So, oh dang, this vent is not even on. You could close the vent too. There's no air coming out just now. Whoever had this was trying to cook me back here. That's a cool thing to have standard now. A lot of people were complaining that the 23 didn't have that standard. They didn't want to have to add that. So it's cool that Honda do that in there. So now I'm gonna have to check all the other trims, the EX too, see if the EX have that standard. I would assume so since the EXL have it, but I can't really assume anymore. Behind the driver's seat, let me actually close the door. Keep the AC cool in here. Behind the driver's seat, no mat pocket, but you have one behind the passenger seat. It's a simple design, but not too simple, and still modern, but not overwhelming. I know everyone is getting these big screens and then having no buttons, no physical buttons, everything's on the screen. If you love to have your climate control as a knob and buttons, and you don't care about having a huge screen, you're gonna love the interior in here. And then these rear seats. So one thing I love about the CRV is one, they gave you multiple adjustments because on the 22s, the seat can, I guess, recline one level. Now they can recline 8 different levels. You can see these seats is already reclined back. I'm gonna move this one up so you can see what it looks like straight up. So look at that and then compare it to that guy. And also the seats are easy to put car seats in now because the bars are just right there exposed. You don't have to dig your finger in there to try to find it, and you have it on both of the rear seats, which is cool. EXO also will give you an armrest with cup holders in there. That's a nice touch. And the headliner in this guy is gray, and most of them are gray on the EXL. I don't think it'll matter what interior color you get, it'll be a gray headliner on the EXL. So let's jump out and go take a look at the trunk. One reason to go with the EXL and not the EX is for the power tailgate. So not only that the tailgate is power, it's adjustable too. So you can have it stop to whichever level you want. You just manually grab it, put it whatever you want, hold the button, and it'll beep at you, I think 3 times or 2 times, and then it's set. So wide opening, and you do have a low load floor. So if you have something heavy, you don't have to lift up too high. One thing that the EXLs have versus the hybrid, so Sport, the Sport L, the Sport Touring, is a spare tire, because the hybrids don't have a spare tire, and the hybrids won't have this load floor here where you can have it low like that and have this mat in here. I know I got some garbage back here, but the floor can also be raised and sit on this level here to be more flat. Now, the rear seats no longer fold flat like the 22s, so I'm actually grab this one and show you guys. Oh, the passenger seat's up a little bit. Oh, we made it work. So you can see there's a hump right here now. On the 22s, there wasn't a hump. I'm not sure why Honda had to add a hump, but there's a hump. So if you're looking for a flat floor, you're not going to get it because you're going to have a hump there unless you put something on top of here to make it flat. So something to pay attention to. Also, the handles that the 22s had to fold down the seats so you don't have to walk around is gone as well. So different design for 23 and 24, but you do have a power outlet back here. These lights are LED. The cargo tray used to be standard and EX and up. Now on the 23s and 24s, you have to add it as an accessory there. So it'll sit there and you can pull it back. So some differences from the 22 to 23 and 24. We made it to the trim walk, and can you guys believe 2024 CRVs is already in? Like, time is just flying. I feel like I just did a 23 CRV. But anyways, I have my Corsair headsets. I'm using a different mic, playing with the mics, good stuff. So yeah, for 24, we're looking at the EXL, and the EXL is gonna be all the way over here. So you see LX, and then you get the Sport, and then you get the EX. So LX, EX, Sport, EXL, and the EXL is an upgrade from the EX, which makes sense because it is not a hybrid. So you're not gonna go from Sport hybrid to an EXL non-hybrid. Don't make sense. Don't go in that order. So EXL is an upgrade from the EX, and it's going to add a auto dimming rear view mirror, leather wrapped steering wheel and shift knob, leather trim seats. It's probably the major reason why you even want an EXL leather seats. You have the memory seats, 2-position memory, power passenger seat, which is important. You get the bigger 9-inch touchscreen display, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. It's gonna be a big deal breaker for some of you guys. I already know. You don't get the Bose premium sound system in the EXL. That's only for the Sport Touring. Even the Sport L don't get that. But you at least get a 320-watt audio system with 8 speakers. And you guys gotta remember, Honda. This is the first time Honda is using Bose system in the CRV. Before, Honda always had their own premium sound system, and I don't think Honda built it from their factory. I think they use another company, but it's just not advertised because I don't think it's a big deal. But the system they used previously, it's always been okay. Like, it's always been a good system. Like, I've never, even my SI had a good system. It was never like, yo, this is garbage. But then again, it wasn't like a concert in your interior, you know? But I think we see when people see the Bose and the Touring, they get spoiled and think that the EXL and the EXs don't have a good system. They have a good system. Sirius XM radio, HD radio, the wireless phone charger, 15 watt. 15 watt is not that fast, especially in today's wireless phone charging. But if you're not a tech person, you see this and you lose your mind. And um, I have a wireless phone charger in my RDX, and I don't really use it because plugging it in right now is still faster than wireless charging. On until they add these faster wireless charging pads in these cars, like they're like just normalized. Not we're almost there though. We're almost there. Front and rear parking sensor that the EX doesn't have. Power tailgate. That's gonna be a huge deal breaker to why you got an EXL and then an EX because you need the power tailgate, especially if you're someone that can't be reaching up and opening, closing, and your back and your arm. The power EXL is the way to go. The programmable height too, so it's adjustable, super handy, and you have the low speed braking control. So this is cool because I don't remember this being standard on the 23. This was a sport touring feature, or maybe it was on the 23. I would have to look into that. But let's jump into building one. So we're here with all the Hondas here, but we're here on the CRV 2024 to be exact. And yeah, now you got a Sport L. So it's pretty interesting. I can't wait to see one in person. But I like I said in the video, I know it's this in hybrid, and then of course blacked out wheels, blacked out grill, roof rails, all the hybrid treatment. But it's an EXL, in my opinion. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in this and build one. So if you go with all-wheel drive, it's $1,500 more than two-wheel drive. But the gas mileage on two-wheel drive is 28 city, 34 highway, 30 combined. And if we look at the all-wheel drive, it is a 27 city, 32 highway, 29 combined. So you see the difference there. Most of you probably get the all-wheel drive anyways. So I'm gonna show the pricing based on what we just looked at. Now, you have a few colors on the CRV for 24. All the colors are still the same since 23. You have Canyon River Blue Metallic, which won't show in here for some reason. Canyon River only comes with black interior. If you get black, you have the option to get black or gray interior. And the picture shows, make sure you look at this in person because on the Honda website, this almost looked like a stone. Like it looked like a white gray, but in person, the gray is not dark, but it's not this bright. So make sure you see the gray in person. With silver, you can get black interior, and that's it. And gray, you can get black or gray. So pretty much your options black or gray. Ivory or tan or whatever, that's gone. From the 22, that's gone. There's only two interior colors now, and everyone prefers black anyways. With white, you can get black or gray, and white is a premium color, so you do pay $455 more. Same thing with Radiant Red Metallic, $455 more, and gray is your only interior, so you cannot get red with black. And then Steel Night Pearl, which we just looked at, only option is black, of course, so we just did that. And the last color is Urban Gray, which is only black interior. And Urban Gray replaced Sonic Gray. I know you guys know that Honda has Sonic Gray on everything. So now the Accord, the CRV, I think there's only two colors with Urban Gray so far. I think, oh, and HRV? HRV got Urban Gray? No, HRV got Nordic Forest Pearl. Yeah, so just CRV and Accord has Urban Gray so far. So we're going to stick with the Steel Night Pearl and kind of gonna break down the pricing for you guys. I keep forgetting to show the window sticker in videos. I don't know why, but it's $36,160 for the base price. You pay $455 more for the premium color. With your destination handling, you're around $37,900. And I know prices is just a lot more for cars nowadays because I remember back in like 2000, I think 17, 18, an EXL was like 31 grand or something like that, or like 32 or something like that. I remember a base model was like 26, and EX was like 29, 28, and an EXL was like 31 or something like that. Did this thing die on me? It did die on me. All right, I have no idea where we left off at, but some technical difficulties. My headphones died, so we're using a different mic again. But kind of wanted to give you guys a breakdown and everything. So, oh, that's what we're talking about. I think I kind of remember. I think we were talking about how prices went up and all that good stuff. Now, let's look at some packages on the EXL. So, you have the utility package, you have the protection package. That's what mine had. You have HBD package, which I haven't seen an HBD CRV yet, so I'm interested to see one in person. The wheels are pretty interesting. Interesting choice of wheels. Not even because they're bronze, but just the design of it is pretty different. But I want to see one of those. And then let's look into accessories. So you guys probably saw that USB-Cs are standard for the second row. Remember, for 23, you had to add it as an accessory. So if we look into here, you still gotta add HomeLink though. So HomeLink is still something you gotta add. You still gotta add a cargo cover too. These two are no longer standard. But I believe there isn't a option for, oh, you can add a heated steering wheel too. I don't think there's an option for, look at that, there's no option for the USB-Cs in the back because they're standard now. But if you get an LX, they're not standard, and I believe you can't even order them for an LX. So it's they made a little changes for 24. And it might be more things. That's just what I've noticed so far because this is the first 24 I've actually looked at. Like I haven't seen any 24 CRV yet. Now, actually, I'm lying. I looked at an LX 24 CRV, which is going to be next video, and that video should be out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. I went over an LX in Urban Gray, but yeah, I just kind of, I'm interested to see what you guys think, what you think of the 24. I don't think any of you guys should have been surprised that the 24 is the same thing as the 23, because usually Honda doesn't make any refreshes or anything, like not like a complete overhaul, but usually they don't really change, you know, the midlife recycle until like 3 years, 2 to 3 years. So even for 25, it might just still be just like this, or they may change the headlights, the bumpers, the wheels. You know how they do. Because in the last CRV, 17, 18 was the same, and 19 they did a refresh, and then 20 was the same, and I believe 21 they did another, refresh, and then 22 was last year. So we'll see what they do for this newer generation. But do you like the CRV? Do you wish it had more stuff? This website is, I don't know. Lately, the website has been bugging. Like some of the pictures don't work, especially for the 24s. But I know they're like fresh and brand new, so they're probably ironing out the kinks. But yeah, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you like the Steel Knight Pro color? Do you like the EXL? Do you feel like it still needs more features? Do you hate the fact that there's some stuff that the 22s had that this don't have no more? What you guys think? Drop a comment below. If I miss anything, let me know too. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna catch you in the next walk around. And like I said, the next video is gonna be an LX Urban Gray 24. I'll catch you guys next walk around.